This is KSUT. Time now for regional news. A top executive with Oracle, which is behind the massive Project Jupiter data center in rural southern New Mexico, says the proposed site has been redesigned amid public concerns about its impacts on the environment. The Mountain West News Bureau's Jenny Kinsey has more.
Environmental groups have voiced opposition to the 1,400-acre site since it was introduced. They point to increased water use and air pollution. Those concerns led Oracle to revise its plans for the data center that would house OpenAI, known for its ChatGPT platform. Julia Robin is the head of Oracle's Infrastructure and Planning Division.
The point is we're listening now, and we've shifted our approach significantly.
The new permit now describes the site as a, quote, minor source of emissions, including nitrous oxide, an ozone precursor. Robbins says the company has pivoted away from piping in natural gas and will instead use fuel cell technology that emits less pollution. Still, such revisions don't sit well with some environmental groups, which point to the site as a new source of carbon emissions. Some plan to oppose Oracle's new permit at the state's Environment Office. I'm Jenny Kinsey for the Mountain West News Bureau.
The World Cup wraps this Sunday with the final game taking place in New Jersey, but the tournament has had an impact far beyond the stadiums hosting the matches. For Rocky Mountain Community Radio, KGNU's Aramis Loma Guzman reports on a Boulder restaurant which has become a community hub for those watching the games.
Cheers, people, and goals have filled restaurants and pubs all around the world for the past 3 weeks to celebrate the World Cup. 48 unique countries have taken part in the tournament hosted across Canada, Mexico, and the United States to crown the best national soccer team in the world. Over 1.42 billion people gathered to watch Mexico best South Africa in the tournament's opening game. And although it seems impossible, the spectacle has attracted even more eyes since then. The World Cup is more than just a soccer tournament. It's the one time every 4 years that countries are more united than ever. Joshua Valdez has spent the past 3 weeks cheering on the Spanish national team at the Rincón Argentino located in Boulder. But most importantly, he has realized how much love and passion the event brings.
I see a lot of rise in the community, a lot of love, compassion, beauty. It brings so much more to everything that surrounds us. It's all about love.
For Patrick Quijada, a Florida native visiting Colorado in the Rincón to watch the quarterfinal bout between France and Morocco, it's about the memories the spectacle has brought and will bring him.
The World Cup is a time to come together with friends and family and enjoy the games and the passion. Everybody's happy, everybody's excited. Doesn't matter where you're from, you just enjoy the games. I watched the World Cup with my dad growing up, and now I watch it with my kids and my family.
Millions of people from the 48 countries have traveled to the 3 host countries to create relationships with people they would have never met. From South Korean fans building lasting memories with Mexican citizens to Norwegian fans stealing the world's hearts with their never-ending cheering, the World Cup has united the world as no other event could.
The passion of our team. I mean, to be honest, we are true passionate in Argentina, too much.
That was Cristian Saber, owner of the Rincón Argentino, who has created a safe place, in some ways a home away from home, for football fans to cheer on their national team.
Man, it makes me almost want to cry when I see Lionel Messi wearing an Argentinian jersey. To have players like him, with Maradona, it's those amazing players wearing our jersey, so we are very, very proud.
Because of places like the Rincón Argentino, the World Cup builds a sense of pride, orgullo, that is otherwise never prominently felt.
We wait 4 years for this amazing event. We, in Argentina, we breathe soccer, we play soccer, we love soccer. We've been waiting 4 years for this event. For us, it's amazing. We're waiting for it.
Following Mexico's historic win over Ecuador in the round of 32, it is estimated that over 1 million people gathered in the center of Mexico City to celebrate through the night. In the United States, over 42 million people tuned in to watch the U.S. versus Belgium game to cheer on their country, a record number no one thought could be reached by American soccer. For 90 minutes at a time, nationalities, languages, and backgrounds blur inside Rincón Argentino. Fans arrive supporting different flags, but they leave sharing the same memories, and a reminder that the World Cup is about far more than the final score. For KGNU, I'm Aramis Loma Guzman.
Now to southern Utah, where the largest wildfire in the country is burning. Since it started 3 weeks ago, it's consumed more than 100,000 acres of forest in the mountains outside the town of Monticello. People there remain ready to evacuate at a moment's notice. KSUT's Adam Burke reports from Monticello.
For the last week, dozens of people here have been gathering every evening on the west edge of town when a long line of fire trucks roll out of the Abajo Mountains. They've been through a lot since the Babylon fire started June 26th, when dry conditions and 50-mile-an-hour winds blew the fire up quickly.
The first few days it was moving 20,000 acres a day.
Kevin Dunn is Monticello's mayor.
Almost 1,000 acres an hour. And at that point, it was completely uncontrollable.
Initially, the fire grew inside a buffer of national forest land, but by July 6th, a roiling tower of dark smoke appeared just over the mountain a few miles west of the city.
It literally looks like there's been an atomic explosion back there. There's lightning flashing everywhere from the particles in the upper atmosphere. The town was completely engulfed in ash. We had pine needles falling, leaves partially burned, falling all over town. It was truly apocalyptic.
That afternoon, Dunn fielded calls from anxious residents.
I had several people calling me, what are we doing, Mayor? What's happening? How are we gonna protect our lives in our town? And I said, well, get your stuff ready to go. If we need to leave, we'll leave.
Officials put much of the town of about 2,000 people on notice. Be ready to evacuate immediately.
We've been ready to go for over a week. Luckily, it hasn't gotten to the go stage.
Bonnie DeRosier moved to Monticello from Florida about 25 years ago.
I've seen neighbors get as much in their car as they can, which is not wrong. I mean, your whole life, you hate to think of it going up in flames.
To date, federal agencies have spent nearly $42 million on the Babylon fire, bringing in helicopters, air tankers, drones, and more than 1,500 firefighters. Crews carved a fire break in the oak brush west of Monticello. And then the weather changed. Thunderstorms rolled in. The fire is now 57% contained.
Mother Nature, sprinkle a little bit of water out there, I'll take it.
Mac McFarland took over leadership of the federal response to the Babylon fire on Sunday. He reminded the public at his first briefing for them that just a few weeks ago, 3 firefighters died in the Knowles fire in western Colorado.
Interview after interview with people involved in that fire said, I have never seen in all my years in fire the fuels and the fire behavior that we saw there. So there's something different this year. I am not going to take down and let down my guard because we've got a little bit of rain out there.
But with moisture in the air and less ominous smoke, Monticello residents are feeling optimistic.
Grammy, they're coming! They're coming! Hurry!
Tuesday night, on the edge of town, about 45 people cheered and waved homemade signs as firefighters came in from the mountains. Some firefighters smile and honk their horns. Others can barely muster an exhausted nod.
This has helped.
Adrienne Goodwin says gathering together each evening is better than stressing out at home alone.
Coming out here every night and saying thank you and seeing their faces and waving to them and showing them our love, that helped us get through.
Things have improved, but the fire is still dangerous. How much longer it will threaten Monticello will depend on the weather. For KSUT, I'm Adam Burke in Monticello, Utah.
Support for public policy reporting comes from the Gay and Lesbian Fund for Colorado, promoting programs designed to ensure all Coloradans have the same opportunity to thrive. More information is online at gay